With passwords, facial identification, and tracking security features, Jaime Madrigal thought stealing a cell phone just wouldn't be worth it.
I thought even if somebody had taken it, why would you take it? You know, like you're not going to get into it for one, and who's going to buy a locked phone?
Madrigal's phone disappeared when he was at work.
So I had ideas of maybe it had fallen out or maybe somebody had taken it, but without without any proof, I didn't want to accuse anyone, of course.
So he asked a friend to track his phone's location on Snapchat.
And I figured I would see it in my warehouse, and it was not. It was at Fred Meyer, and I'm like, okay, then yeah, somebody took it.
Madrigal rushed over to confront the thief at the Beaverton grocery store, his phone still tracking to the same spot.
So I came in, and my phone was pinged to like right here, so I'm looking at it, and I'm looking around, and I don't see anybody here. I just happen to look over, and I see instant cash for phones.
There was no thief, just an ecoATM, a kiosk that offers money for electronics. There are more than 20 ecoATMs at grocery stores, Walmarts, and malls across the greater Portland, Beaverton, and Vancouver areas.
Stole my phone, brought it to Fred Meyer, and put it in a machine and got cash for it, yeah. In my head, this is encouraging thieves to go steal phones because they can just go sell them off.
To make it worse, Madrigal now knew his phone was just inches away, but he couldn't get it back.
We're calling it, and you can feel the buzz. You can feel my phone rumbling in here.
ecoATM machines give cell phone swipers an option for quick cash and any consequences later. Through public records requests, KGW found 125 Portland police reports over the last 5 years that reference ecoATM. Most of these reports are connected to larceny and theft cases, touching all areas of the city. Beaverton police received 25 ecoATM related reports over the last few years. Some are tied to active criminal cases, a theft of an iPhone, selling the property. Officer Matt Henderson says to make the ecoATM connection, someone would have to proactively track their phone to the machine and file a police report.
I would 100% agree this is probably undercounted. There's likely much more of the transactions with these phones or electronic equipment going into these ecoATMs than that we're aware of necessarily.
Still, Henderson says ecoATM as a company deserves some credit.
The folks at ecoATM have been very helpful, and that even to the point where they've unlocked the ATM on site with an officer there to help retrieve the victim's phone.
ecoATM recognizes that stolen phones are a big problem for its business model. Its website features a law enforcement section, an open book policy with access to transaction reports free of cost. The company holds any items sold to one of its kiosks for at least 30 days, a policy designed to give someone time to report a device as stolen so ecoATM can get it back to them. Ultimately, ecoATM's biggest security feature is live validation.
In this room, you'll find live employees that validate every transaction that occurs across the country.
The kiosks require sellers to scan a valid ID, which ecoATM employees check remotely.
They have an ID verification interface, which includes multiple high-resolution images and a host of tools the employee can use to make sure that person matches their ID.
If something's off, the worker can deny the sale.
For example, consumer is not in view, or face does not match ID, or expired ID.
But sellers don't have to prove that a phone is theirs. A thief could use their own ID, hoping that the phone doesn't get reported as stolen. If it does, that could lead to criminal charges. One Washington County arrest warrant affidavit shows how a police officer found a stolen iPhone 14 Plus in a national database, tracked it to a Happy Valley Walmart ecoATM transaction where someone sold it for $205. The officer found photos and verified the ID, thumbprint, and signature of the alleged thief. Or there's another option: a thief could use someone else's ID.
People that are stealing phones are probably also stealing wallets, purses, which contain IDs, and so they're likely going to have that stolen ID on their person.
An ecoATM spokesperson told us, phone theft is a concern for ecoATM and the general public, which is why we take proactive measures to address it. We return any device requested from us by law enforcement or customers who can demonstrate their device was sold to us without permission at no expense to the rightful owner. Madrigal found all that to be true, but still felt the whole experience was frustrating. He called ecoATM for help. The company acknowledged his situation, but it still sent his phone to Kentucky for processing before sending it back to him 28 days later.
I'm having to jump through all these hoops and fill out all this paperwork and do all this stuff to get my own property back, and all this guy had to do was go in there and show his ID and then bank some money.